This is the second part of the training course on the basics of the ATCM and CEP meeting. And in this part, we'll talk about the operation and process of the meeting, including the rules of procedure and how decisions are made. First, we'll talk about the rules of procedure. And the rules of procedure establish the conduct of the meeting and address core operational issues such as who is allowed to attend, the role and selection of the chairs, the confidentiality of sessions, whether they're public or private, the process for creating subsidiary bodies, how quorum is defined, the procedure for raising a point of order, and a variety of other issues connected to the ATCM and CEP meetings' conduct of business. And in addition to general conduct of the meeting, the rules of procedure also include detailed guidance on several important administrative aspects. These are the rules around the submission, translation, and distribution of ATCM and CEP documents, the procedure for the appointment of ATCM working group chairs, which was agreed in Decision 4, 2017, and the regulations concerning observership to the CEP, as agreed in Decision 1, 2016. And you can find the rules of procedure on our website, ats.aq, hover over meetings and click key documents, and you'll find the rules of procedure in English, Spanish, French, and Russian. Now we'll look at decision making. This table shows you how the ATCM makes decisions, and there are three distinct areas where decisions are required. These are substantive outputs, in other words, measures, decisions, and resolutions, and these require consensus. In other words, a single objection from a consultative party is enough to stop the proposal from moving forward. In contrast, for decisions related to procedural matters and the approval of the final report, a decision only requires a majority of the consultative parties participating in the meeting. Formal voting is not frequent, but when necessary, each participating representative casts one vote. The Committee for Environmental Protection operates under a similar principle. Substantive matters must be decided by consensus, procedural issues require a simple majority, and if consensus cannot be achieved on a specific matter, its report must meticulously detail all the differing views advanced by the members on that issue. The official working languages of the meeting are English, French, Russian, and Spanish, and simultaneous interpretation is provided for all major sessions, including the plenary, the working groups, and the CEP. When breaking out into the smaller, more informal contact groups and side meetings, however, these discussions are typically conducted in English. Now we'll talk about the role and the election of the meeting chairs. In the opening plenary, the ATCM elects a chair, who is usually proposed by the host country. The chair normally presides at all plenary sessions. The head of delegation and the alternate of the host country of the following ATCM are usually elected as first and second vice chairs of the meeting. The working group chairs are appointed by the ATCM for a period of 1 or 2 consecutive meetings. They may be subsequently appointed for further terms of 1 or 2 years, but will not serve for more than 4 consecutive years in the same working group. Decision 4, 2017 establishes the detailed procedure for their appointment. Where possible, the terms of the chairs of different working groups are staggered. The ATCM also decided that multiple working group chairs will not be representatives from the same party, and that the appointments should provide gender and geographic diversity. The manual for chairs provided by the Secretariat provides specific guidance on the work of the ATCM working group chairs, and you can find that document on the meeting website. Now we'll look at the CEP chair and CEP vice chairs. The CEP chair is elected from among the consultative parties. They serve for a period of 2 annual meetings of the committee, and they cannot be re-elected to their post for more than 1 additional 2-meeting term. In addition, 2 vice chairs are selected, and where possible, their terms are also staggered. And it's been established that the CEP chair and vice chair shall not be representatives from the same party, and furthermore, the vice chair who has served for the longer period of time, counting any previous term of office, will be designated as the first vice chair. Now let's look at the meeting schedule. In 2012, the ATCM agreed that the main meetings should span 8 working days, and it should be noted that since then, an extra day or 2 is often added to accommodate special events. A preliminary work schedule for the ATCM is usually agreed at the previous meeting. However, sometimes, if necessary, the final decision can be made during the intersessional period through the ATCM discussion forum. Based on recent meetings, a typical schedule includes the following. The CEP requires 5 full working days, typically running from Monday to the Friday of the first week. And the ATCM plenary and its working groups usually begin from Tuesday of that first week and continue with a varying number of sessions until they finalize on Thursday of the second week. And that's a wrap on part 2 of this training course. And in the next part, we'll get into actors and tools of the meeting.